Hey, everybody, welcome back. It's Rednesday February 16th, and 2022. We got Red Wemette with us. We have some footage of Frank Cullotta with us, and we're going to be talking about Mad Sam DeStefano, or DeStefano, depends on where you're from. Welcome back, guys. It's Mob Vlog. Boy, do we have something to talk about today. What do you say, Red?
I say hello. It's a wonderful 75 degrees here today.
Well, that's what we in Vegas. It's pretty nice too. It's about 60 degrees out.
That's not too
bad. Yeah, it's not bad. Not as warm as what you are. But
just before we went on the air, folks, I was talking to Adam about Sam DeStefano's relationship with Silas Jane, and that he was in the horse meat business with him. He sold horse meat to the mob through him, and Curtis Hanson, who I wrote about in my book.
And that's interesting. We're going to get into that today too, as well as the stories that you guys have heard about Mad Sam. There's stories out there about the guy with the lunch pail in the car. You know what I'm talking about. You're talking about Action Jackson without going into anything. You know what's going on. And then there's the big debate as to did he mentor Tony Spilotro? We're going to get into all this stuff today. When we're putting things together, I like to get my creative juices going. And no, I'm serious. And videos, creating videos, that's one of those things that does it for me. And so here, when I'm working on a project, this is the kind of thing I put together. Thinking about what would the guy be like? What would he act like? What would he this, that, right? Yeah. Here, watch. Gets me in the mood. You know what I mean? Just sitting there working on something like that, listening to it and putting it together. So it's going to be a fun day. So that's what I'm trying to say. It's going to be a fun day today. I don't care what the hell you guys think. We're going to have fun. So quick shout outs. Let's say hello. And then we're going to get into things. You want to do some of them, Red?
No, I was going to say, Brian's right. I called him a nut or crazy. I never called him Mad Sam.
Yeah, he was a nut.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Bill Mason, Spiro K, James Guerrero, Catherine Guerrero, Scott H, Scott, David Grimpy, Ken O'Connell, Bobby Bag of Donuts, Sean Pender. Everybody's here today, like always. Camilo Tapia, Dave and Wolfie, Sonny Zaro, Greg Hart, South Florida. Good to see you. Please, guys, hit the like button. You're coming in. Diagnosed Sociopath. You're brand new. It's past 5, and nobody likes people who are late. Come on, Adam and Red. Sorry, we're a couple minutes late. We got to get things going. But thanks for joining us, and thanks for participating. Diagnosed Sociopath. Bust you in your teats. Nice to see you. Street Stories, Anthony, it's great to see you. Turd Ferguson, nice to see you. Thank you so much, Greg Hart. That's very, very kind of you for that super sticker, buddy. Thanks a lot. G Money, you're a member of the channel. How are you, pal? I hope you're having a good time today. Glad to have you with us. Leanne rolling along. It's good to see you. Guys, it's good to see all of you. Even Eric Epstein's here. You showed up again today. That's wonderful. Angelo Puccini. I think I got that one right. Puccini? Maybe it's Puccini. Angelo, it's good to have you with us. Mike Alexander, Cody Stellar. Everybody's here. Frodo Jack. how are you? Randy Rhodes, Nicholas Como, good afternoon. It's John Ramsey, Frank Ferraro. It's great to have all of you. Willie do it. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. I'm sorry if I am skipping over anyone. Mo, what's happening, buddy? It's good to see you. BSJ, it's good to see you. I hope that all of you guys are having a good week and that your weeks are going smoothly and good things are showing up for you. Joseph Cullotta, what's happening? You know the difference between Joe and I? When I joke, I joke a little. He Joe Cullotta. See, I turned that one around, Joe. That's good, right? All right, voice my opinion. Good to see you. John Calcagno, Jamie Schmelling. What's going on? You guys, there's a whole lot of new faces in here. This is awesome. Pam Rudnick, how are you today? I hope that you're having a wonderful week, sweetheart. Jim Yeager, it's good to see all of you guys. And David Wolfie, thank you. Please, everybody, hit the like, the share, get it out there. Don Ciccio, Di Porzalo, how are you? Luminous Grin, the Duke of Dunhurst, George Wilson. You guys are awesome. Matt Stanley. Hey, Matt, you're from Vegas. Good to have you with us, buddy. Thanks for joining and thanks for participating. Nancy Luquire, it's good to see you. That's another
from South Carolina.
This is good news. Joe says that the script is going really good. I don't want to get into any more of that because I don't want to let too much out right now. But there's something really big that's happening, and it's got a lot of important people excited. Let's just put it that way. Michael Rea, hey, from Berwyn.
From Berwyn.
He's from Berwyn. I thought only thing from Berwyn was Svengoolie.
No, Berwyn's right next to Cicero.
It wasn't Svengoolie from Berwyn, or am I just freaking out? I think it was. Anyway,
I really don't know.
I think
a lot of mob guys live there.
But I'll tell you what, guys, this is what we're here for today. We are here to talk about Sam DeStefano. Sam DeStefano and some of the stories. And there's some pretty cool stories. I have a story. Can't tell you guys where I got this story, but I'm going to tell it to you today. Red's got some. And of course, let's change this up. Frank's got some. So if you guys are new to the channel and you haven't been in yet, be sure to hit the subscribe, get the little bell to get notified when we go live and when we post other content and flashbacks. So it is going to be a fun ride today. And you guys had last week so many compliments and so many comments about seeing Frank tell a story. And this is, I think, the 4th episode that we shot. So at the time, we probably had 100 prescribers. Okay. I mean, it's crazy. Greg Hart, I don't know if Spengoolie's still alive.
He lived in Park Ridge.
Park Ridge, somebody said? Okay. Who lived in Park Ridge? Oh, Spengoolie's from Park Ridge. Okay. Right. So, Svengoolie was for, I don't know. Brett's saying he was from Berwyn. All right, we'll settle it later. Let's get into this video, guys. It's too much fun. Here we go. And this is before we even wrote the lyrics for the jingle in the beginning. We had no lyrics at all. So, all right.
Having coffee with Frank Cullotta. Enjoy your coffee this morning. We got a little rapping to do. First off, I think a lot of you people like to talk about Mad Sam DeStefano. Do I know him? Did I know him? Yeah, I know him. And he was a psycho. Yes, he was. He definitely had mental issues.
I just want to pause for a second. Frank said he's a psycho.
Yeah.
Frank's psycho.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. By the way, that's why the thumbnail, guys. You guys are looking at that thumbnail. Go look at the cover of Psycho. That's what I modeled the thumbnail after. And the original one, anyways, was pretty damn good, I thought. Nobody ever mentioned it, though. All right.
I could tell you how Sam, he was a rapist. He was a car thief. He did everything. This guy was a bad guy. His claim to fame, who put him in action, was Paul Ricca. They met in prison. Sam was like a hillbilly crook. That's why I call him. But he knew how to make money. And he got tight with Paul Ricca in jail. I think Paul Ricca had a 4-year sentence then. And he told him, I can make a lot of money. I'll put money out on juice.
Okay, Red, putting money out on juice. For the newcomer, what does that mean?
Juice is a high rate of interest that you borrow, that you pay back, that you borrowed a small amount of money on. You never get off juice. Once you get on it, that's it.
So it's got nothing to do with Tropicana.
No orange juice or anything like that.
Nothing to do with that, right? Okay, I want everybody to understand.
At one time, he used to brag, everything west of the Mississippi is my money because I put so much on the street. And
wow.
That's a fact.
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of bragging.
So just quickly, voice my opinion. Why is Leo DiCaprio on the cover of this video, the thumbnail of this video? Voice my opinion. 2 reasons. 1, clickbait. 2, it's a secret. Okay, let's get back into the video. And yeah, Brett, by the way, I mentioned it last week and you're saying it again. Look at the mitts on Frank. You got how big his hand is. All right. He had gigantic hands. They're big as mine.
Thick fingers. Thick fingers, too. Look at them.
You see pictures of Frank next to me. His hands are the same size as my hands. It's just crazy. Absolutely crazy. So, okay, let's keep going here. All right. And
for those of you that don't know what juice is, that's you loan money out and you get a lot of money back in interest weekly.
I guess I didn't need to ask you that, Red.
Depends what you want to charge them interest. All right. So he says, I need 100,000. If you give me 100,000, I guarantee you the first year I'll make you $1 million. Ricca trusted him. Give him 100,000. Sam went into business. Now he wasn't. They didn't want him to be involved with the outfit, okay? Because he was loud, he was obnoxious, and he drew heat. So that was the plan they had with him. They would protect him. They don't want him dealing with drugs because drugs drew a lot of heat. But they would take money from drugs if you got into the business. See, it was like being a hypocrite a little bit. So Sam got into that business. He made a lot of money, but he needed a crew. So being that Tony was with Milwaukee Phil, they put Tony with Sam to watch him.
Okay, hold on. We're going to get into this relationship between Tony and Sam, which is what's coming up. I just want to thank Faces of the Forgotten, enjoying the program today. Appreciate your super sticker. Guys, be sure to check out Faces of the Forgotten channel. Ryan Brown as well. Thank you very, very much for the super sticker. I hope that you're doing well and having a great Rednesday. It's like everyone else today. Here we go. Now this is Tony and Mad Sam's relationship.
To make sure he was doing everything right, and if he needed to take care of people like Otham, he was there. So Tony went into this, and he watched with Sam. Now, I'll tell you a brief encounter. I had a couple of brief encounters with Sam, not problems. One day I get a call from Tony, take a ride with me. He said, I got to go pick up this lawyer on Roosevelt Street. I think the guy's name was Foreman. No, I can't think of the guy's name now. He was a lawyer, so excuse my memory. But I do remember picking him up in a coffee shop. So we go pick him up, Tony and I. He says, Sam wants to talk to you. Oh, okay. We were in the neighborhood, we figured, because you had been avoiding his calls. No, so Tony, I've just been busy, you know. So he gets in the car, we go. I don't know. Tony don't tell me shit. We're just going by this guy Sam's house. So we go to up west where Sam lived, and we go into the house, and the wife, hello, how are you? And Sam is down in the basement. So Tony and I start going down the stairs like again, I don't know what's going on. And when we get to the bottom, Tony kicks him in the back and he flies down the stairs. At that time, I take action. So I grab the guy and we put him in the chair. We put him in the chair, and then here comes Sam down the stairs in his robe and pajamas. And he's swearing to the top of his lungs like a psycho. And I looked and I said, I don't know, this guy's a nut. You know, the way he was carrying on. And he starts slapping the guy. And then he got an ice pick. And he said, yes, son of a bitch. And he stabbed him by the killunis. And I thought, he's going to kill this guy.
I'm just going to stop for a second. Everybody knows what a kahunis is.
Yeah.
Nobody wants an ice pick there.
It was a groin shot.
So it's actually, this is sick. This is sick. Let's keep going.
Sam was sick.
It sounds like it. I mean, Frank says that he was mentally. So this is the thing. He says he was mentally challenged. Okay, which I could come up with, but I read on one of the episodes here out of a book by Tony Dark, A Mob of His Own, about Mad Sam. He wrote a letter to the president. I think it was Johnson at the time. He wrote this letter to, if I recall right. But it was really well written. So the fact that the guy's a nut, it's a kind of, he was an educated, a very educated nut.
He could turn it on and off with a switch.
Now just wait, I got a story for you guys about him. Okay, here we go.
I was worried about it, but this is crazy. What is this all about? So he tells you embarrassed me. You were supposed to show up in court to take care of that guy, take care of that thing. I gave you $900. You make me look like an asshole. You didn't show up. The kid got found guilty. $900. And he slapped the kid. Sam slapped this guy. So the guy's screaming and crying.
Hold on. We're going to pause this for just a second. Joe Cullotta, thank you very much. The lawyer's name that he's talking about in this is Robert McDonald. Anybody who's interested, Robert McDonald is who it was. He couldn't remember the name. Thank you very much, Joe. Appreciate you.
Sam pulls out his ding dong and he starts peeing on the guy. I couldn't believe my eyes. When he was through with this guy was thanking him for being alive. Then he yells, "Woman, woman." And his wife comes down the stairs. "Yes, honey. Get me some coffee." She goes back up, brings some coffee. And he proceeded to keep on slapping and abusing this guy. So finally, nothing, he didn't get killed, not done. And then we took him, Tony and I, and we brought him back to that same restaurant. And that's when I first met Sam. And I said, this guy is a psycho. The second time I met him, I was in a North Avenue Steakhouse with Dickie Gorman, who's dead, and another guy. And we're sitting at the bar. And at the bar is Mad Sam and Jack Cerrone. Jack Cerrone was a boss, but he wasn't the boss. There's two young ladies at the bar. At first, I didn't notice who was sitting at the bar. And then Sam followed the broad to the bathroom. And then...
Oh, there's one. There's the Chicago one. The bathroom. The bathroom. How I got to add that to the list. That goes with the French room. The bathroom. Oh, I love it. I'm reading the comments. I'm just pausing this for a second before he tells you about the second time that he met Sam. I just want to reply to a couple of you and Street Stories. Anthony said that Tony Dark's book, the one I just brought up, is how he found out that your dad and your uncle did heavy work for Mad Sam. Anthony, listen to me. You got to make a video about that. Put that up. Maybe we'll have you on. Maybe you come on the show and tell the story to all of us. If you want to do that, let me know, because we'll do that, because I'd love to hear it. And if you guys haven't watched the channel, just make sure you go check out Anthony's channel. This story shows just what an ultimate soldier Frank was. No instructions prior to going in, and he springs into action instinctively. A real old school guy. Thanks, Don Ciccio.
He never even saw the guy's house.
Right. Well, I mean, that's the job. So
Tony just picked him up and said, "Come on, we're going for a ride."
yeah. All right, let's get back to the story. Here we go.
Then I hear her screaming, "Ah!" He's forcing her to get ahead. So I told Dickie, "What is this guy, fucking nuts?" I said to go over there. Nah, leave it alone. Leave it alone. I said, "This guy's a psycho, man. He's raping that broad." He said, "Hey, that's her business. She must have let him on." So after they were through, they bought the broads a few drinks. They patched it up. I'm surprised they never called the police. And then he come over and said hello to us. And it's not the kind of guy you wanted to be a friend with. I'm not lying to you when I tell you these stories. I met him a couple other times after that. I know stories how he killed Action Jackson, Drew Tony. Action Jackson's the guy that was bookmaking and collecting juice money for Sam. And he was keeping the money. And one time, and he lied to Sam. And Sam would forgive him or slap him around. Action Jackson was about 300 pounds. So this is the story Tony told me, Splodge. He says, and then Sam added. So Mario, Tony, Sam, and there was somebody else. I can't remember off the top of my head. It's in one of my books. They got him, and they beat him, mercilessly beat him. And I hung him on a meat hook in a meat factory. And the guy died of a heart attack. And Sam was very upset because he personally wanted to kill him. He didn't want him to die of a heart attack.
All right, pause. So, you imagine this? I mean, I'm just sitting here listening to the story, and I'm creating this in my brain, putting the whole story together, and I see this guy foaming at the mouth, right, frothing at the mouth, because he's so upset that the guy died, and he didn't get to be the one who made the ultimate choice that he would die, that the guy would die. You know what I mean? That's crazy. That
I'm sure he used some real profane words about how unhappy he was that he didn't get to kill him.
it's crazy. But these are the details. These are the details.
And Tony said, this guy's a psycho. I said, no shit. I think the last time I met Sam, I was in Stateville Penitentiary. He come in there, he had all his veins removed in his legs. And I met him in there. And let me tell you something, when you're in the joint, when you're in jail, you're not a tough guy anymore. Especially if you're an old guy. And I tell you, I couldn't get his nose out of my ass because I had a big job in there. But I never abused guys that were bosses when they came to jail. I've seen guys do it that were like me, abuse bosses, like treat them with disrespect. I've never done that. But they're older than me. But I've seen guys do it. When I first got out of the witness protection program, I did a video with this guy, Robert Ellen, who became my partner in tours. And I really not fond of the video, but I done it. You know, it's my first video. And it was Dennis Ironley, a former FBI agent, and Denny Griffin, a co-author of my books. So I'm going to show you a little bit of his video, and I do hope you enjoy it. I'm not that happy about it, but don't forget, I wasn't a professional like I am now. I want you to prescribe to this channel. I said it right this time. Hit that button. Prescribe. You got it? Or else I'm not going to tell you no more stories, and you're going to be fucked. Thank you very much. We'll have coffee soon. Gin time.
Oh, come on. If that doesn't make you giggle, no, I'm not going to tell you any more stories, and then you'll be fucked. And now we have these stories, but we don't have any more. We're fucked. Told it. That's what was going to happen. Guys, yeah, Marco, Frank was a different. You couldn't duplicate that. You couldn't replicate that. And it's just, yeah. Hit the like button, guys. You're still hanging out in here, so I'm gonna tell you a couple of stories though that I got from Frank and from somebody I can't say who, and then Red. But first, tell us your experience with Mad Sam.
I had seen Sam with the Hanson brothers out at not Valley View Yak, the Broken Age Stables, and something. That's the first time I ever saw him, and he was talking about building a pig farm out there. But at any rate, one day I get a call from Kurt that told me to watch out for Kenny Hansen. So I was watching out for him, and he gives me a call, and I go out and see him, and he said, "Come on, we got to go for a ride." It's very similar to the situation with Frank, except I wasn't muscle, you know. So we go for this ride. I don't know where I'm going. All of a sudden, we stop at the house on Sayre. I believe it was on South Sayre. And we get out of the car in the garage, and we walk down to the basement. Anita, his wife, was in the kitchen, and she was cooking some pasta sauce with all different kinds of things. Not pasta sauce. It was pasta sauce, but there was a sausage in there. There was everything in there. She had some fresh baked bread on the side, and she broke a piece off. She said, "Here, have some tomato bread." So I dipped it in the sausage. Oh, great! It was great. And we walked downstairs into the basement. Hanson was ahead of me. We got downstairs. I don't know the two guys that were waiting down there. I don't know who they were. I really, to this day, I don't know. But when we got down there, there was a table, and it had like an oleum tablecloth on it, the old red and black checkered thing. And across the room, there was a black thing like an altar, and it was a satanic altar. And I sat on kind of a low seat, and he went and sat at the table. Then Sam came down in his pajamas and robe, like he normally did. I think he wore that all the time. But when he got down there, he was hollering on the way down the steps, and I kind of looked over, to see who it was. I didn't know where we were going or whose house it was. Anyway, he sits down across the table and leans over, and he's screaming at Ken Hansen. He said, "You know why you're here, don't you?" And he said, "No, Sam, I don't know why I'm here." And he said, "You know why you're here, Kenny." And he kept screaming at him. It got worse and worse and worse and worse. And he said, "I'm going to kill you. I'm going to kill you." He said, "My collector is dead because of you." And that's what it was really all about. So he gets into a fury, and he's frothing at the mouth. He's standing up. He's banging on the table, all kinds of stuff. And I'm saying, how did I get here? I don't belong here. This is not for me. And so what happened was, real quietly, when there was a pause, Hanson turned around and said, "Sam, would you do me a favor?" And he said, "You want a favor?" He went into a rant screaming about favors, and "I'm going to kill you. What are you asking me for a favor for?" He waited till Sam quieted down a little bit, and he says, "What do you fucking want?" Sam said to him, he said, "Sam, my dog's in the car. After I'm gone, would you take care of my dog?" "Get out of here. Get out of here." I was up the stairs. That was my cue. On the way out the door, Anita said, "Do you want some work from me?" "No, thanks." That was it. I was gone.
Wow.
When we got in the car, I told him, I said, if you ever put me in that kind of position again, I'll kill you myself.
That's crazy. Joey Iupa, who did Mad Sam work for? Like, was he assigned to a crew?
No, he kind of had his own crew. He was, I don't know. He worked for Milwaukee Phil. Actually, he was brought in by Paul Ricca, through history books. I don't know. I don't know that, but he actually worked for Phil. Phil took care of him.
Another one from Joey Iupa. I thought Jack Cerrone killed Action Jackson.
No.
I didn't hear that either, Joey. I think that same story, what I heard, it was them. Frojack, this is the one I was looking for. An FBI bug showed that Fiore Buccieri, James Torello, and Jackie Cerrone were the ones who killed Action Jackson. It was covered in Life magazine.
I would probably buy that story because they were close to him. Buccieri and Hansen were like this. I mean, they were very close, and that was part of the same crew, Milwaukee Phil's crew.
Jim Magnifici, thanks for chiming in, guys. I've seen reports that Action Jackson was physically and sexually abusing female relatives of debtors, and that's why they tortured him so viciously.
I don't know. Who knows?
I never read anything like that either,
No.
Jim. So I'm just
I don't buy it, Jim. I really don't buy it.
Was Sam into the drug deal? What I thought that his brother, the one that he killed. So Sam killed his own brother, his younger brother, and I thought it was because his brother was acting out, doing drugs, selling drugs, and was going to put a lot of heat on the outfit, and they were going to kill him.
He was a heroin addict. He was a heroin addict.
Heroin. So
yeah.
Sam begged, "Can I be the one who kills him?" That way he could make sure that his face wasn't mutilated for the mom to have a open casket funeral. And he, I guess, ceremoniously wiped and gave his brother a sponge bath, the body, to cleanse it before putting it in the trunk of a car somewhere where it would be found shortly thereafter. That's right.
That's what happened.
Right? Okay.
That was in 1952, I believe. Either 52 or 54. I was just a little boy then.
And this family, because not only was it Action Jackson or not Action Jackson, what the hell am I saying? Mad Sam that wanted to kill his younger brother. But didn't he have another brother? He had another brother besides that.
Mario.
And that's
Mario
the one
was
who got
just
shot.
lethal. Mario, I always thought Mario was in the basement all the time and did his stuff, because Mario used to get into torturing. He was really bad. And he got caught up in somebody they killed in his place. I forget who it is now. They actually went in and found the DNA after he sold the house in the wood. And it was the DNA of the blood, same blood type. And he had already made a statement that no, nothing ever happened like that. But he did have a catering hall. And that catering hall, there's a long story about it. I think most of you people have heard about it, where somebody owed him money, and he brought him out after he sat him on a radiator and fried his bottom. But he was burned bad, and he threw him out there and towards the end and made all of his relatives urinate on him.
Oh,
and then they could pay back the money.
Oh, that's terrible. I mean, that's sick. That's sick. That's disgusting. I mean, it's just, it's twisted to even come up with the idea to do it, let alone to do it. It's like you see these Stephen King flicks and all that. You go, how does one person sit there and write something this twisted and come up with that, right? Let alone do it. So doing it just puts it on a whole nother level. It's just,
Stephen King probably read the news about Sam.
What was I put on a documentary last night about let's stay on subject. I'm trying to share a file, guys. So give me just a second to do this. Anyway, I want to show you guys what there it is, file location. Share video file. All right, this is Frank, so you guys know. And it's a flashback. We put a flashback up and flashback videos. There it is, Mad Sam. Here we go, guys. I'm going to share this file with you, and let's listen to him tell about somebody asked Frank Cullotta, was Mad Sam a Satanist? And I just saw this comment go by a second ago. So here's the answer to that question. Whoever put it up there, I'm sorry I didn't post and say your name, but here it is, the answer. Okay. Let's talk about Mad Sam a little bit today, Frank.
Mad Sam DeStefano?
Mad Sam DeStefano. Okay, this is from Joe Tamburello. He said, Sam was a nut job. The craziest story was the one time his wife pissed him off and he went out and abducted a guy on his lunch break, forced him back to the house and forced the guy to have, and his wife to have sex. Does this really happen?
Yeah, that really happened. And then the guy ran to the police and he was able to prove that he was in Sam's house because he left his lunch pail. He was a black dude. Sam was fucking sick, mentally retarded. Probably couldn't fight his way out of a paper bag, but that don't make him not dangerous. The guy was dangerous. You want to know who killed him? His brother Mario and Tony Splaccio. Tony pulled the shotgun or whatever. How did I know? Tony told me. How else would I know that? That him and Mario, Sam's brother. You know, the two brothers. Sam killed his younger brother too. So, you know, it wasn't hard for Mario to kill Sam. So that's the story I got out of Tony. That's Tony telling me. All right? So what else?
Megalodon Unlocked asked, was Mad Sam really a Satanist?
A what? Satanist?
A Satanist, yeah. People say he was a Satanist.
He likes Satan.
Yeah.
Of course.
He was.
Oh, sure he was. He was the devil himself. He was a sick bastard, that guy.
Yeah, when you looked this guy in the eyes, what did you see?
A sick man. Black pupils. Black. No shine in them. Hollow. That means he had no soul. That's what I seen. He didn't scare me, but I wouldn't want to be alone with him or with two of his friends and me with him. There's no way I'd walk into something like that.
Dylan Christopher said, hey, Frank, keep the vids coming. I made sure to prescribe. My question for you is, did Sam DeStefano have a nice or sensitive side amongst his other insane behaviors?
If he did, I never seen it. If he did, I never seen it. I never seen anybody teasing with him, joking with him. There was always a serious side. And he always complained. The only time I seen him vulnerable was when we were in Stateville Penitentiary together. He was in a hospital ward. He'd come from Menard, that was a prison, and they shipped him over to Stateville for evaluation for something. And he happened to come into the ward, one of the wards that I was in charge. And I kissed my ass because he had nobody there to protect him. I was the guy from the streets that he knew. And I treated him with the utmost respect. That's what you're supposed to do.
Well, there you have it. And hey, everybody, we're over 200 people in here right now. Be sure to hit the like button, okay? Let's make sure this video gets out there into the algorithms. You hear that? The algorithms? He invented them. He invented the internet, therefore the algorithms. Get it? What the hell's the matter with me? Hey, by the way, Scott H., thanks for coming out here and doing the Vegas mob tour, buddy. It was good seeing you. Hey guys, welcome back to Mob Vlog. And today I just finished a mob tour with Luke and with Scott H. You guys all know Scott H. Luke's new. Guys. Luke's gonna start watching the channel.
How you doing?
What'd you guys think of the tour?
Oh, unbelievable. Adam is just first class, great information, great tour, fascinating. 10 out of 10.
Awesome. Thanks, Luke.
Did I butter you up good enough?
No, that's good. Yeah, you buttered me up just fine. What'd you think, Scott?
If you're coming to Vegas, you got to stop and see Adam. Take the tour, but before you lose your money. Okay, so see Adam first, take the tour, you'll have a great time. You're going to learn a lot, and you're going to have a fun time too.
Really Give me your money, though, before you lose it.
That's right.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Okay, so Scott was barely human. That. Imagine how his wife felt. Did he have children? That's a great question, Scott H.
Sam, and that's Scott. Sam.
Yeah, Sam. I'm sorry. Did I say Scott was barely human?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Sam. Sorry, Scott. No, Scott's very human. Very much human.
Scott's a great guy.
I think Scott's actually been out here a couple of times now, 2 or 3 times. I think 3 times, different tours that we've done. Anyway, so Scott, did he have children? The answer to that is yes, he did have children.
3.
And that's right. And when I was in Chicago, I went to his grave site, which we played that earlier. Go back to the beginning of this video. If you missed it, go back to the beginning and watch it. When you see the gravestone, Sam's great gravestone, funny enough, I was there not far after Father's Day, and there was Happy Father's Day with flowers, with, you know. So not only did he have children, but they loved him, obviously, because if you don't love your parents, you don't go to their grave and decorate it with flowers and, you know, visit on various occasions like Father's Day, unless you loved your father. I mean, think about that for a second, right? You have to. If not,
I think about a little of that. Since they were his family, I think maybe there was a little not all together on his kid's part. How could you love a man like that?
I don't know. I heard a story. All the kids in the neighborhood, they were over there. And all the kids in the neighborhood were over there. It was one of the kids, the Stefanos, who were having a birthday party. So the neighborhood kids were in the house, and they were having the party in the basement, and they had all decorated up like, you know, kids' birthday party. Anyway, the kids were there, and Mad Sam was downstairs, and he looked at the kids, and he pulled some amount of money out of his pocket and said, if any of you kids can spell the name Khrushchev, who was at that time Nikita Khrushchev, he was the premier of the Soviet Union. And so you see how far back this is going. So he said, I'll give you this money if you can. And I guess this little boy stepped forward and said, KHRUSHCHEV. Got it right. Nailed it. Right. And said, well, give me the money. Right. And no, you're not getting it. Right. And I guess his daughter tried to tell the boy, please stop. Because the kid was like demanding from Sam, give me that money. Right. And she said, please stop. Just leave it alone. Drop it, you know.
Forget about it.
And that's coming from somebody who was there and saw that. So you guys know. All right. Now, let's see here. Kevio, is Leonardo D-pegged for Sam if this story goes to production? I don't know, Kevio. How could I know? I'll tell you what, though, I have said it in the past, and I'll just say it again, but and it's the Django, the role that he played in Django. You guys saw that. I was so sick and twisted. Have you seen it, Red?
Yes.
It's twisted. And he
was sick.
I see him. I could see him frothing at the mouth, and I could see a little CGI making that whole eye dark right in the center, demon eyes, in other words, in the middle, when he turns into that monster. Because you may remember all of these guys had 2 sides. So there's the
Jekyll and
family
Hyde
guy, and then there's the work guy, I guess. So but anyway, Scott H., I'm glad that you liked the story. The kid didn't say capital C. Oh, really? No, well, it's capital K because it starts with a K. I think you're right about that, Cindy. I think I left that part out. Thank you for remembering that part. Sometimes I get told something and then I'll put it in a video and I try but yeah, I think you're right. He told him you didn't say capital K. You think Christopher Walken would make a better Sam? Pete Byron?
No.
You don't think so? Why not, Red?
I don't think anybody can really play Sam like Sam. I mean,
No, but somebody has to. That's the thing. Somebody has to. So
go to a psych ward, pick somebody out.
Bruce City 2, the dogs eating the runaway slave to death was hard to watch in the jet. Yeah, that was as disturbing as the cornfield scene, pretty much, Bruce City. Thanks for putting that in my brain again. Yeah. Summersby, you are who your community wants you to be. I don't know what you're talking about there. Sorry. Street stories. Don't take up poker, Adam. Thanks, Anthony. That's hilarious.
Anthony's been walking gold information. He made a comment earlier about something, and it was a correction on Svengali. That he said he lived in Park Ridge instead of Berwyn. And I believe he lived in both, but not at the same time. So Anthony would know.
There we go. Ken O'Connell, thanks for the super sticker, buddy. I'm glad that you're enjoying the show today and you're enjoying the content. You guys had left so many comments in the last video about this, doing a format like what we just did. And what the heck? I mean, you guys liked it. I said, let's do it again. Let's try it again. There's a reason that we have all of this, footage. Danny DeVito could play Sam.
Maybe, because he gets into character acting. He could probably do it.
It'd be interesting to see him play a mobster, Danny DeVito. Has he ever done that? You guys know? I don't think I've ever seen.
He's played some mean parts, but they make you laugh.
Watch the movie Summersby, bro. You'll understand. Richard Gere.
Yeah.
Richard Gere? Watch the movie Summersby. I don't know if I've seen that or not. That's an interesting.
He played a serious role as somebody that came back from the Civil War.
Yeah.
And he took up somebody else's name. And actually, the only person that really knew was the guy's wife. And the actual other guy that got the idea was the cobbler that made his boots. They weren't the right size shoes. So there was he got exposed.
Squid Moto, Steve Buscemi. Steve Buscemi could be William Dafoe.
Never.
No. Kevin Hart could play Mad Sam. That's really funny, Grievous. The Kevin Coleman, love the format. Hey, more engaging, integrate more Frank clips. Will do, Kevin Coleman. I'm glad that you're enjoying this. He was in the Hoffa movie. Jack Nicholson in his younger days. Cindy Workman. Yeah, that would be cool. By the way, Cindy, I hope you're having a wonderful week.
There is a guy that I do believe that could play him well, Jack Nicholson back in his day, because he could play crazy.
Jack Nicholson, yeah, but this is the thing. We got to think of somebody younger, all right, than older. That would be him. It's got to be somebody in their 40s or 50s, I think. So the closest mob character DeVito played was in Hoffa. It's the one that just came out.
Yeah.
Juan Ochoa.
No, the other one where it was Hoffa, where he played Jimmy Hoffa's bodyguard. He was sitting out in the parking lot. Hoffa was, and he was in the roadhouse, and he kept bringing him coffee. And then eventually, the young guy that was in there, was the guy that was waiting to assassinate Hoffa in the movie. And he told him, he said, "Go out and thank that man because I got you a part." He said, "There's the guy to thank." He goes out, he pops him, and then he turns around and kills Danny DeVito at the same time. But he played a very dramatic role there. DeVito did.
David Dostmalchian. David, I don't know. Interesting look that the guy has. So, all right, guys, stories. Stories. Let's see here. Gene is too.
By the way, that story that Sam told was in the newspaper, or that Frank told about Sam with the lunch pail and the black guy. That was in the newspaper. Way back when. It was in the paper. It was on a police
Sure.
report.
That was in Mad Sam's book. Which reminds me, I pulled another clip. I have one more clip, guys. This is a clip of Mad Sam, and it's of him talking. It's of him on a microphone, being, very vocal and boisterous.
Is he on the bullhorn? Is he on the bullhorn in this one? He's carrying around the bullhorn.
He's talking about not talking about his brother.
Well, let's see it.
That's what he's saying. Frank Cullotta YouTube project. Hold on, guys. Give me a second. I'm gonna find this clip for you. Well, I gotta let my screen search over there for a second. Ray Liotta, Cindy Workman. I think it's gotta be somebody younger. Ryan Brown, thank you very much for the super sticker. Is Anita still alive? That's Ryan's question.
I don't know.
I don't know either. If you go back and look at one of the videos,
grave.
I'm sorry, Red. I stepped on you. What did you say?
I said I would bet that she's buried next to him on the family plot on the grave. You know, the grave site. Where
yeah, guys, you're right. You're absolutely right, Red. If you go back in this video and you look at the beginning, we put a little video together. That little video has the gravestone, and on the gravestone it says Anita, and it has the date.
Right.
So there you go. Okay, if you wanted to see. Okay, I am looking, guys, and I am not seeing the clip. I had the thing lined up, and I'm not finding it now. So forgive me. Let me look in one more place.
There's two of them that I recall. One where he's talking to reporters, and another one where he was talking to the public with a bullhorn. But the reporters, he was telling them something about his brother. And he said, "You can call me names, you can do anything to me, but don't disgrace my brother, Mario." They were both on trial at the same time. That was in 1974.
Wow.
73. I think it was 74 or 73 when they clipped Sam.
Mm-hmm.
Because they were all on trial together. Tony Spilaccio, Mario, and Sam. Sam got killed, Spilaccio walked, and Mario went to prison.
Wow. That happened in his garage,
Yes.
too, where they shot Sam.
They called him up and told him, "We found the guy that, is testifying against you. We're going to pick you up and we're going to take you to see him." And he went out to the garage. He was very sneaky about it. Tony went, Mario went. He thought it was a hit that was going to go down. It wasn't a hit that went down. He was the target.
He was the target, huh? It's crazy. The whole thing's crazy. The whole life's crazy. There's that story where he shackled the guy to a radiator, right?
One was sick.
That wasn't that the banquet one where he made the family, right?
Yes.
All take turns. I mean, it's just
Can
sick.
you imagine your own brothers and your family being there and having your relative come out and then him telling you, if you urinate on him, we'll let him live? You got to just whip it out right there in front of all the women and everything. Just pee on your relative.
So you better hope you're not urinal shy. That could be a problem.
Yeah.
If you were in that guy's position, you're sitting there, please, God, don't let my cousin be urinal shy. Please don't let my cousin be urinal. That's fucked up. I shouldn't say that.
That's true.
You shouldn't laugh about it. I shouldn't laugh, but that's what I do. Okay, when things bother me, when something's uncomfortable, I try and make jokes, and it tries to break the mood, the tension, because it's too much to process. At least for me in my brain, it's like it's too much to sit there and picture it. Again, it's like how does how does how does Stephen King sit and write this stuff and make it up right out of nothing? It's just crazy.
Well, Adam, I have the same problem. I got criticized many times because I'll chuckle when I have something going on my mind and somebody says something, and it's a nervous habit that I have. And I even got criticized about it on the witness stand. Somebody said, "This is no laughing matter. We're talking about this, trying to make me look like a fool." But
Sure.
it was one of those things where I just chuckled because it's a ridiculous question. It just didn't, it didn't make sense.
Yeah, it's not a laughing matter. Let's see. Sounds like Sam was trying to educate those children. Will he do it? Maybe. And
brothers,
it takes pissing off somebody to a new level. You're right, William. You're absolutely correct. That takes pissing off to a new level. That's a funny line. So just pointing that out.
Well, anybody ever hear the old line? I'd rather be peed on. I'd rather be peed on than peed off.
No, I never heard that. I'd rather be pissed on than pissed off. No, never.
I'd rather be okay. Pissed off than pissed on. I got it backwards, guy.
Oh, I'd rather be pissed off than pissed on. Yeah, and that makes sense. That that makes sense.
I'm sure a lot of you folks have heard that.
That I'll agree with, but I would not rather be pissed on than pissed off.
No.
No, thank you. I can't find this clip that I'm looking for. I don't believe that I can't find it. I just searched the whole damn computer.
I'd love. Thanks, Guy. Thanks, Scott H. Thanks, all of you. Adam got a chance to say hi to all of you.
Yes, well, I'm sure we'll touch on this subject again, and we'll play a little bit, guys, of that. Once I find it someday, I just don't know now.
That's all I did, Scott H. I got it backwards because you're right. We used to say that a lot. Hey, Herman, how you doing, guy?
Oh, thank you. Gary Jenkins. Hey, Gary, thank you so much.
Gary.
I found it, everyone. You guys ready to see it?
Yes.
So this is Mad Sam going into a rage when he's questioned about his brother.
In public.
I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. This is Samuel. Mad Sam DeStefano goes into a rage when questioned about his brother, Mad Sam.
Yeah.
Isn't that the same guy? Samuel DeStefano?
Play it. Let's see.
Well, hey, you know what? Let's take a look at it. Okay, so let me pop this up. I'm saying thank you to Gary Jenkins because
Gary's a great guy.
He's the one who put this up. And can I make this thing enter full screen? There we go. Okay, listen up, guys, and let me add to the stream. This is this is a video of Mad Sam. Listen up, and he's not happy. That's why they called him Mad, So
I don't think he ever was happy.
Okay, and let me see. Can I just share the Chrome tab? Yep, that's it. Here we go. There he is. And listen up.
Mad Sam flew into a rage when the media questioned him about his brother Mario.
Touch me, but don't touch my brother. I don't like it when you touch my brother. Don't look cross-eyed at my brother. Then I became what they call a raving maniac. Do I make myself clear? Abuse me, do what you want, slap me in the face, and I won't say nothing. But don't you pick on my family.
Okay, so I would say that he was
on the side of his mouth.
Did you see the foam too? You saw the foam too. I saw the foam. And again, Gary Jenkins posted that up on his Gangland Wire Facebook page. Thanks, Gary. That helped me find it a little bit easier. Anthony, yes, Gary, he's got a great channel. Please, guys, be sure to go check out Gary Jenkins' channel.
He's the first guy I ever did an interview with. Gary's great.
William Kirchmeyer, adding to the stream, yet another Adam gaff. I'm good at it, aren't I? Thanks, William. It's this whole thing I have found. It's
You're the man. You got it, man. You do it there.
What?
Nobody's got a channel like you do.
Oh, well, you know what? I just like to go with the flow. You know what I mean? Whatever feels right to me. And if it doesn't, and that's just how it is. So kind of hard to miss the foaming mouth. Yeah, Leanne rolling along. It sure is. Guys, Red, yeah, after party in your channel?
Yeah, let's do it if you want.
Yeah?
Sure.
Okay.
Are you going to set it up on your end? I'm going to set it up on my end.
I'll help you out with it. We'll be on there again. We'll be over on Red's channel shortly. Everyone, I just want to say thank you, all of you guys that are watching, because as things evolve and get better, people just start to, it just starts to fall into place. It feels right. Will Mossy, Joaquin Phoenix. And I'll leave you guys with this. Red, thank you so much for spending your time in your afternoon. Really appreciate you. Keith Helton, and I'm going to leave you guys just with this one last thought. Adam, who were you named after? Ha! Keith Helton. I was named after the first guy who got some. It's been fun, guys. Have a great day and enjoy. It's been a great time. Mob Vlog.